Fed Talk at the PILG. This is Fed Talk at the PILG, a friendly conversation on anything and everything federalism with our host, Attorney Gwendolyn Pimentel Gana. This podcast is brought to you by Pimentel Institute for Leadership and Governance and Hans Seidel Foundation, Philippines.
Good day, everyone. Welcome to a special edition of PILG's Fed Talk podcast. This is your host, Gwen Pimentel Gana, saying again, hello, everyone. We have a very special guest today, and she is no other than Judge Lorelai Balansay Tapia. She is a presiding judge of the Metropolitan Trial Court, Branch 130 of Makati. She's a graduate of the Lyceum of the Philippines Law School and has a Master's of Laws from San Beda University. So let's welcome no other than Judge Lai Tapia. Hello, Lai!
Hello po, Commissioner Gwen. Good morning and good morning po.
Oh, Manang Gwen na lang, di ba?
Wednesday.
And at saka Lai. You know, Lai, we're very, very lucky, that we were able as PILG to nominate you to this prestigious program, no, the URAC Winter Program. Can you tell us more about this program that we are partnering with HSF or the Hans Seidel Foundation?
But, the winter school on federalism and separation of powers. I first heard about it when I was nominated by, of course, the Pimentel Institute of Leadership and Governance, and the Hans Seidel Foundation sponsored me, for which I am very grateful. The winter school is a well-known, detailed study of federalism. And
Mm.
when I saw that they were accepting applications, naisip ko that it matched the questions that we are asking here in the Philippines.
Okay. So, again, please, what was the topic in this particular program that you attend?
Yes, for this 2025 winter school
Program.
program, it's about federalism and separation of powers.
Oh, so interesting because you're in the judiciary also, di
Yes
ba?
po.
I mean, learning about how the three branches of government will interact in a federal state, And what was your takeaway from it? What exactly was your takeaway in terms of the most significant learning that you have actually taken away from this URAC program?
First, if we will apply it to the Philippines, first, if we decide to move to federalism, it should be slow and carefully planned. We cannot just copy other systems.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there's one of the speakers told us na there's no one size fits all. We
Oh,
need to make our own federal system. We need to make our local institutions stronger, slowly giving more financial power and to the local governments, and set up ways on how to solve disputes,
mm-hmm.
special court. And we also need to decide who controls the taxes and how resources are shared
Mm-hmm.
to prevent more inequality.
Oh, so do you think that federalism is a form of government that is suited for the Philippines?
What I said that it must be carefully planned. If we are ready to transition to federalism, that can be and that can work. We
Mm-hmm.
just need to plan it, to make the local governments stronger, and we have to involve the people.
Correct. I agree. I really do agree. And I think that at this point in time, as you pointed out, we really have to study it and maybe inform the people, no, about
Yeah.
what are the pluses and the negatives on this particular form of government. Going back to your URA courses, no, what was your favorite topic there? What struck you among all these discussions? I know it was a long period of time. No, how long did was the program?
It is a 2 week program, Manang Gwen. The first week was held by the University of Innsbruck in Austria.
Mm-mm.
And the second week was held by the URAC Research in Bolzano, Italy.
Mm,
Yung if I had to pick one topic, the lecture on South Tyrol in Italy was memorable kasi they are considered as a minority. The region is unique, but it gained autonomy through talks and
ah,
legal arrangement. It's a good example of handling diversity and conflict.
mm,
And that also reminded me of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region.
mm,
It
mm,
showed that giving different regions, giving autonomy to different regions, uh, can work well. Can work if planned well.
mm. Oh, so that was really a, I think, practical, no? Parang hands-on experience of what it is for a federal state to be really working. And as you mentioned nga, the Bangsamoro, no? It's a good, well, let's say a good parang starting point maybe, no?
Opo.
So, you did you meet a lot of people there of varying backgrounds in your program? What's how does it work in this in terms of delegation?
It was truly global, Manang Gwen. We had around 24 participants from all over the world. We have participants in India, in Myanmar, in the US, in
Mm,
Brazil. It is truly global. Pati sa Italy meron din.
ah,
They brought their national issues which created exchange of ideas. Doon ko na-realize na what we are facing here, what yung governance problems that we experience here are also shared
ah,
across very different countries.
oo, oo. Oh, so magandang learning experience 'yan sa iyo at saka
Yes.
sinishare yun sa atin kasi sometimes 'pag inisip mo, 'di ba, federalism parang foreign sa atin 'yan kasi hindi pa naman natin na-experience. So sabi natin, nakakatakot yata itong change na 'to if ever. Yun pala posible kasi in other parts of the globe, it's really happening, 'di ba?
Yes.
So, um, what was your, experience when it comes to dealing with all these foreign delegates and then sharing of ideas, and what did you particularly shared with them in terms of yung ating journey in federalism? Ano yung yung nakita mo na significant na pwede mong i-share sa kanila or shinare mo na sa kanila na maybe siguro posibleng maging hadlang sa pag-transition natin sa federal state? Anong problema natin?
I shared to them that we started talks
Mm.
transitioning from present system of the government to federal system. Uh, pero ang problema kasi doon, hindi masyadong naintindihan ng mga tao kung ano yung what is federalism. The people is thinking na we will break up the country if we transform into a federal system which is uh, no.
Yes.
That's conception na magkakaroon tayo ng magiging watak-watak or something kung we shift to a federal system na hindi na mali. Oh, okay.
Mm. Oo, maganda yung insights mo. Totoo, no? So, From what you've said, talaga siguro information pa lang kailangan natin, no?
Vision.
Kailangan natin ma-explain sa ordinaryong mamamayan or ordinary Filipino na it's possible and what is the federal state, no? And I was thinking, how would you explain federalism to an ordinary Filipino who might be, skeptical or confused about it?
Yung federalism is about giving power to the local governments.
Mm,
Will not break up a country. Need to have strong institutions.
yes.
Strong institutions. It's really a ultimately about giving the power back to the people. It's also ultimately about trust
Mm,
between institutions, between leaders and citizens, and between regions of the country. That is what we should be working on.
I agree. And I think we're not really strangers to this because you were saying na parang decentralization, di ba?
Opo.
So giving power to the local governments, giving power back to the people to decide on their destiny, no? And I feel that this is possible. This is really possible in our country. You even mentioned trust, di ba? Trust na bakit nga ba trust live? Why do you think? Kasi parang skeptical tayo sa mga leaders natin. So, where should we start when we say we should give trust? Trust to whom?
Trust to the
Mm,
to the institutions, especially, and to the courts.
mm, mm.
Uh, we need a system that truly give power to the people and not just change who is in charge.
Oh, correct. Oh, I agree. Talaga, oo. A lot of questions also would come about in a federal state na when it comes to the judiciary, di ba? How will we dispense kaya justice if the courts are allegedly broken down? Kasi baka dadami ba ang layers of itong mga parang courts if we are in a federal state. What did you more or less get from your lectures in Europe?
Hindi naman. The jurisdiction should be clear. In We also have similarly the same system of judiciary. Ang pagkakaiba lang, there are constitutional courts in a
Ah,
federal system. Yung constitutional courts nila will only deal on constitutional issues or
mm,
power struggles in a federal system. Dun
mm-mm.
lang naka-focus. Ah, but since siyempre hindi tayo in a federal system, wala tayong constitutional courts.
With our judicial system now, mahirap kaya mag-transition to a federal kind of judicial system in terms of yung sinabi mo nga na may federal court. Mahirap ba or sa tingin mo hindi naman ganun with what structure we have now?
No, no, I think hindi naman mahirap 'yon. It's everything is possible. Meron lang tayong there should be training on the judges or
Mm,
the constitutional courts on how to do it.
mm, mm, mm. So, itong experience mo, I was gonna ask you pala, no? Kasi we are in a digital age already. You know, ngayon nga, it's very, I'm so happy that may Zoom tayo because we are now able to, communicate even if hindi tayo face to face, di ba?
Yes,
So,
po.
was there ever a topic or a discussion on digital governance? Is this significant in this day and age?
Yes po. There's a workshop on digitalization in public administration. We clarified terms like digitalization, and digital transformation. We also looked at how the digital systems can either enhance transparency, and participation, or be used for surveillance or control. It
Mm.
uh, it was a timely topic, especially as we in the judiciary and the public sector start to rely more on technological platforms.
Yeah. Oo nga, ano. Will this make, federal, is this significant, this digital age of ours in terms of yung um, significance in a federal state? Would it help? Would it help facilitate more of in terms of devolution of power? Is
Uh,
it clear
yes,
now?
yes, especially that Philippines is an archipelago.
Mm,
So, oh, um, pwede tayong makipag coordinate or makipag-usap sa iba't ibang regions, or communications will be easier to different regions or of the country.
mm. Okay. I was going to ask you, Sana, no, from what you've learned, lectures, and then the workshop, and all this visit to a federal state there. Ano yung favorite mo nga, sinabi mo? Yung lecture mong yon?
South Tirol po.
Oo, Tirol. Alam mo, yun din yung favorite ng ibang mga napunta doon eh. They really enjoy part of that, yung program.
Yes.
Kasi they could really see yung parang implementation, di ba, of what the policies are in a federal state and on. So, if ever, no, I was gonna ask you, what are the advantages to federalism and also particularly in the Philippine context? What are the advantages that you can see?
The distribution of powers.
Mm.
Powers can be less as what I have said, can be distributed hindi lang talaga on the bulk of the power will not be on the national government. So madidistribute siya locally, magkakaroon ng autonomy or power ang mga local governments kagaya ng sa education, sa jobs, sa health, and it also helps in local development.
Mm. Mm, mm.
Hindi na lang tayo aasa sa kung kailangan natin ng budget sa national government.
Okay. So, those are the advantages, no? How about what do you think are the disadvantages as of this point in time, siguro, the challenges? You were mentioning it, I think you mentioned some already a while ago, no? But in gist, what do you think are the really main challenges that we are going to experience at this point in time?
I think the information on what a federal system truly is, and also, of course, the political will of our leaders.
Oh, I agree talaga, oo. Maybe at this point in time, I was gonna ask you, um, is it timely to even talk about federalism at this point in time? No?
We should continue. We should continue to continue talks on shifting to a federal government.
Yeah, yeah. I think wala namang masama, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi we have been in a centralized form of government for so long, ever since actually in our republic, no. And maybe it's good that we talk about it so the young can actually think that there's still an alternative to this, 'di ba? And study it. And as you said, the URAC program is a very good way to start, no? And I would like to know ano ang tips mo? Would you recommend this to others who would have the opportunity same as you to go into this winter program or the kind of discussions on federalism that you went through in this URAC program?
We should be open to this is a memorable experience to study abroad. Don't For the young professionals or lawyers or public servants, uh, don't wait for an invitation. You find programs, apply, and be brave because our or your views matters. Be open to global ideas, but stay connected to local realities. We can learn from different fields. Actually, some of my best talks were not with lawyers but with political scientists, meron pa nga, a politician, and different regional planners.
Okay. So, well, what is your message now, no, to listeners that those who would want to pursue, as you said, studies on the matter, no? What is your message to them now that you've undergone gone all this program, no? What are your learnings that you'd want to impart to them, to future participants, particularly of the URAC program?
I learned that federalism is not an easy way to achieve good governance. It requires strong institutions, fairness, and flexibility.
Mm,
Most importantly, we need systems that truly give power to the people. Let us continue the conversation on the works of Tatay Nene Pimentel and even of course even Ed on the on what they
yeah.
to the students.
Mm. Ed is, of course, your hubby and a good friend of ours, Dean Ed Tapia of the University of Makati, no? And I know he has been really advocating and pursuing this discussion because that's the only way, di ba, to learn. And I'm really glad that you were given this opportunity, Lay, and I hope that the others
Thank
also,
you.
oo. Salamat talaga and well, any further messages? Not only about federalism, but of course about how we would like to continue with our advocacy on the decentralization and federalism.
One of the speakers, actually it's still about federalism manang ha.
Oh,
Uh, One of the speakers said that this stayed with me ha. Federalism is not a structure you impose. It's a relationship that you nurture.
ah,
It reminded me that more than the legal arrangement, governance is ultimately about trust. Like what I have said, it's between trust between institutions, between leaders and its citizens, and between regions of the country. That is what we should be working on. Uh, Tuloy lang tayo, mahaba pa yung journey, pero uh, andyan lang dapat tayo para sa bayan.
ang ganda. Not a structure you impose, no, but a relationship that
Yes,
you should nurture. I think that's a very good parting, lesson and input that we should be able to continue believing in that there is a future, there is a difference that we can make in this lifetime. So thank you very much, Lai, for being here.
pleasure.
And looking forward for your continuing participation in PILG activities. Kasi talaga naman with your experience and your knowledge, you will be able to inspire the youth. Thank you, Lai, and regards to everyone.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Judge Lai, for your insights and for sharing your experiences with us today. And we are very fortunate that you were able to attend the URAC program. And we are thankful to HSF for giving us this opportunity to be able to send you to this very important program. Thank you. And again, I'd like to say magandang araw sa inyong lahat. This is Gwen Pimentel Gana, your host.
Good governance does not depend on the governors alone, but also on the governed.